Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Ghost and today we'll be taking a look at the Tier 7 Premium Pan-European Destroyer, the JÄGER. Yeah, so this is the current campaign ship for World of Warships Legends. You guys can get this ship right now in the Admiralty backing, or aka the campaign. If you spend the 2,500 doubloons for the Admiralty backing, and if you complete all 100 levels of the campaign, you will unlock this ship, okay? So, with that out of the way, we are going to do a review, we're going to do some gameplay, and all the stuff that we usually do when taking a look at a ship for the first time on the channel. So, first off, let's take a look at the upgrades and loadout. We have aiming systems, we got propulsion mod, we've got concealment mod, and we have torpedo launchers mod. So this allows us to reload our torpedoes quicker, so pretty important stuff. Now for the loadout, we have high explosive, we have some armor-piercing shells, and we have a bunch of torpedoes. We will cover all of these in the specs tab right here shortly. For the consumables, we have standard damage control parties, we have some engine boosts, we have some heals, and we have some torpedo reload boosters. Pretty nice. We have 2 of those as well. We are running some boosters as well, as you guys can see. We are also running the JÄGER flag, which actually looks pretty cool. And we're running the Type 9 camouflage that the ship comes with. Looks pretty dope. This is basically literally a World War I hull with World War II torpedoes, I guess. Just a bunch of them. It's pretty fun. I actually do quite enjoy the JÄGER so far, despite me losing both games that I played. Yeah, it still was a fun time, though. The amount of torpedoes that this thing can push out is insane. Now, moving on to the specs tab for the survivability here, we have 15,900 hit points. For the artillery, not that important. This is more of a torpedo boat, but you do have 3 6-inch guns. They're 150mm guns that shoot out to 10.8 kilometers on my build. They reload decently quick, 4.4 seconds. Actually, believe it or not, don't be afraid to use these guns. They actually can do decent damage to other destroyers. So if there's like a destroyer that you can actually manage to surprise and take down, you can do it. These guns actually do hit quite hard. They are 6-inch cruiser guns. So if you pull up on somebody and you have a shot, don't be afraid to shoot, you know. But don't depend on them, though, is what I'm saying. But they are pretty decent. For the torpedoes, now this is where the ship really comes in. It's so much fun when it comes to the torpedoes. You have 12 torpedoes that reload every 55 seconds. They are 533mm torpedoes. They go out to 12 kilometers on my build. They go 90 knots on my build. This thing is just so much fun. Yeah, the torpedoes do very low damage. They've got about a 7,700 maximum damage. But man, when they hit, they do usually cause floods, because all torpedoes seem to cause floods. And you just put out so many of them that what ends up happening is you get that initial flood, they'll damage calm that flood, and then you'll get another flood on them, and then another flood. It's just, this thing puts out so many torpedoes. And if you activate your torpedo reload booster over here, you can then put out 24 torpedoes in the water. So it's just a lot of fun. I actually do quite like it. Maybe one of the only torpedo boats I actually like. So yeah, pretty fun. AA, you don't have any. You don't have any AA defense. So if you get into a carrier lobby, you're basically shit out of luck. Now for the maneuverability. Maximum speed on my build currently is 41.8 knots with a 670 meter turning circle radius and a 3.7 second rudder. For the concealment, we've got on my build currently 5.1 kilometer concealment. Also, do pardon me if you hear my dog barking in the background. I can't do anything about it, really. The detectability range by air is 2.6 kilometers. The guaranteed, of course, is 2. And the detectability while firing in smoke is 2.9. For the armor, you basically don't have any. So just keep that in mind. You're a destroyer. You literally got a World War I hull. You don't have any armor. And for the overview, it's hidden, pretty true. Fast torpedoes, oh yes. This thing has some screamers. 80 knot or 90 knot torpedoes, 12 kilometer range, and you get 12 of them every 55 seconds. It's ridiculous. Love it. Heal consumable, pretty nice as well. Anyway, final thing here, we're going to take a look at the commander. Stig Eriksson. We've got Eric Bay and Jerzy Swirsky as inspirations. Both of these guys are concealment inspirations, so I'm basically running a full double concealment build here with the 2 inspirations. For the base trait, we've got Thunderbolt, engine boost cooldown time minus 2.7%, and torpedo damage plus 2.7%. We've got Subsurface Venture. This skill here increases our torpedo speed a further 4 knots, and it decreases our torpedo reload time by about 12%. However, there's a little bit of a double-edged sword here. Since I'm reloading and doing more speed with my torpedoes, I sacrifice my guns a little bit. So I reload a second, longer, 10% longer reload on the guns. So just keep that in mind. Really, I don't notice it though. It's just whatever. This thing's a torpedo boat for the most part. So now we're running Look at Me Now. I run Look at Me Now because I'd like to get extra concealment. You could put on Fragile Threat, but I don't like to lose 10% of my HP, so I'd rather just keep on Look at Me Now. And you only get like literally 0.1 kilometer extra off your concealment. It's not noticeable, guys. It's not worth it. So I just keep on Look at Me Now, okay? We are running also Back in Stock. You could put on Less is More, but this decreases your torpedo range by like 2 kilometers. It's not worth it. I'm just going to keep on Back in Stock, okay? Destroyer Be Destroyed. This right here increases my speed. However, it decreases my accuracy overall on my gun. So, there you go. And finally, for the legendary skill, we are running Unstoppable. He's a legendary 3. Rank 15 captain, and nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring you guys over to the gameplay portion of today's video. I hope you all do enjoy it. Alrighty, so here we are in the Jaeger. So yeah, like I said earlier, I do actually quite enjoy this ship. It's a torpedo boat that I actually enjoy for a change. So it's really nice. 12 torpedoes, and if you use your torpedo reload boosters wisely, you can be dishing out 24 torpedoes. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. So, anyway, it looks like we are going to be on, I think this is North. It's a domination mode. And, yeah, we're going to be doing some things here, torpedo-wise. So, we're in the middle spawn, so we're just going to head towards the middle cap that we spawn on. And right off the bat, we got some battleships spotted, so we're going to send some torpedoes their way. Hopefully some of those will actually hit. You never know. There's a Hood and there's a Leviathan. Now, we know the Hood has sonar, so we just got to keep that in mind. Now, I already used one of my torpedo reload boosters. I have that tendency. I just love watching all of the freaking steel fish go out there. I mean, look how many torpedoes that is. It's pretty wild. And look at the reload, too, on the torpedoes. 55 seconds. We already are down to 39 seconds. And we just hit 2 torpedoes on something that isn't a battleship. Whatever's right there on the outside of that cap just got hit. I think we just hit one of the enemy destroyers. But also, that Leviathan, if he's not careful, he's going to take some of those 90-knot screamers, too. And that's 1, that's 2... 5,000 apiece, and that's a flood. He did damage calm that flood as well. So if we manage to get another torpedo hit on him, we might be able to get a permaflood. Now notice that the Bravo cap is getting captured. There's somebody in there. I think it is one of those destroyers. So what I'm doing is I'm backing up, and I'm going to see if I can't spot him here. And I actually do. The Jervis is on like no HP. I mean, I say no HP. He still does have a bit of HP. He's still got about quarter health left. So we do start shooting him. We actually miss him on the first shot, but we start hitting him blind, as you guys can see. We're getting some decent hits there, blind into his smoke screen. We're seeing where he's shooting, so that's where we're trying to hit him. We're trying to see where he's shooting, and yeah, well, the team also gets him. The Strasbourg had a fire on him, so he is down. Now, those 90-knot torpedoes are making their way towards that Leviathan, but unfortunately, he turns hard to port and dodges all of those torpedoes, mainly because I believe the Jervis actually spotted those torpedoes with his sonar, unfortunately. So, yeah. And speaking of torpedoes, there's a Jervis torpedo right here, and I'm like, holy shit, I gotta slow down and slam on the brakes. That was a close one. If we would have not slowed down sooner, we would have eaten that torpedo for lunch. So thank God I actually slowed down. Now the Hood is out there. I'm going to try to send some torpedoes into that gap. You never know. I might actually connect with some of them. I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway. I've got a 55-second torpedo reload. So it's like, if I put some torpedoes out, if I miss, it's okay, because I'm going to have them back really fast anyway. You know what I mean? So it's really nice to have these quick loading torpedoes and having the ability to just dish out so many of them. Now, since the Bravo cap is secure, we're going to start heading into there and capturing it, okay? Doing your job as a destroyer, I always say this, but doing your job, especially as a destroyer, is crucial. Remember, destroyers have the best concealment in the game. They're literally ninja boats, okay? Most of them. So you can actually get into caps and cap them. The points game is the most important game, ladies and gentlemen. Getting caps, doing your job. And, yeah, being careful, being cautious. We always talk about this when we're playing destroyers, because destroyers do it best. Destroyers are the stealthiest class in the game, so that makes them excellent at spotting, and it makes them excellent at, obviously, getting into capture zones stealthily and undetected. So, yeah. Anyway, we sent one rack of torpedoes towards that hood, and it was absolutely perfect. We connected all 3 of those torpedoes. And we're up to 41,723 damage now with those 3 torpedo hits. And Leviathan is backing up. We sent some earlier, the last 3 racks that we had, and we're going to hit him with basically every single one of those. And down he goes. That's our first kill of the game, and we're up to 57,000 damage. Now, I thought I'd mention, too, we also got a solo capture as well. So we got the middle cap, and out of nowhere, here's the Friesland. Yep, the Friesland is spotted, and, well, I am basically screwed. He's gonna be able to kill me here, so I need to get these torpedoes off. We get one racked right there. It looks like he's turning hard to port, so we're gonna go with widespreads here and put those right about there. Those should be absolutely perfect. 9 seconds until they impact. So, yeah, he doesn't have enough time to dodge those. I'm dead because gunboats. It's a Friesland. It absolutely wrecked me, but we got him in return. And just like that, that should be enough. That should be enough for our teammates to secure this game, right? We're 492 points to 160. Yeah, that should be enough, right? Well, you're wrong. Fast forwards to damn near the end of the game. This is coming down to a super close game. The team is actually going to end up throwing this game. Cherbourg is shooting high explosive at a Fiji. What are you doing? Shooting HE at a fucking light cruiser, at a Fiji. Oh my god, and he's gonna eat torpedoes. Down he goes. But we can still win this game. We can still win this game as long as this Z-31 runs away and doesn't die. Like, that's literally it. All he has to do is run away and not die. We win the game. Okay? We are so far ahead on points, the enemy cannot catch up within 4 minutes. All this guy has to do is run away. Find a fucking way, run away. Get the hell out of there. He can win this game on points if he just lives and runs, okay? But in true World of Warships Legends fashion, that is way too much to ask for. This guy's going to go full-on potato mode, okay? And he is going to basically completely throw the game. Yeah, I know, crazy. Who saw that coming? Absolutely everybody did. Especially now when I'm showing you guys. Yeah, I set this game up to win, okay? I got the middle cap. I took out the gunboat. I killed one of the battleships. I did everything in my power, okay? And for some fucking reason, when it all came down to it, this one guy here that doesn't have a lot of freaking experience clearly throws the game. So, yeah. I mean, he should be turning hard to the right and running around, okay? He should be running away. He should not be running towards where the destroyer is and where the cruiser is. Why is he running towards the cruiser and the destroyer? It makes no sense to me. Like, bro. Oh, yeah, it's just tragic. And now he's opening up on the battleship, the John Bart. I mean, right? It seems legit. And he takes a Moss torpedo, and down he goes. We were 500 plus points ahead, and the guy completely threw the fucking game. You gotta love people like that. So I'm gonna go to his profile, and I actually ended up sending him a lovely little message. Yeah, moron. He is. He's a moron. He literally could have ran away and won the game. But no, of course he didn't. So yeah, thanks for throwing the game, dude. I appreciate it. But yeah, Anyway, nonetheless, with that out of the way, I hope you all did enjoy the video nonetheless. I mean, it's pretty tragic, right? We do everything in our power to win, and it just wasn't enough, unfortunately. So, yeah, 72k, we got a cap, we killed 2 ships, we did everything we could. It just wasn't enough, ladies and gentlemen, but, yeah. Anyway, nonetheless, I hope you all did enjoy. If you guys did, be sure to go down there and hit the like button. And hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and tell me what you guys think. I know I was being a little tiny bit toxic to that guy, but at the same time, don't throw the game, right? Anyway, peace out. Stay healthy, as always.